Floor painting. As with any project, preparation and product selection are key. So let's start with some examples of flooring projects. Firstly, for this underground car park, requiring a hard-wearing, quick-drying coating suitable for thermoplastic transfers, product selection was the chlorinated rubber. And here we see the shop floor, which required a quick-drying, low-odour, easy-to-apply coating, and product selection was for a cross-linking, single-pack water-based. This allowed application to be completed in a single day. Thirdly, this helipad requiring a coating that was hard-wearing, quick-drying, suitable for application at cold temperatures, flame retardant when dry, and low slip. Here the product selection was for chlorinated rubber again, but this time we added the low slip additive. This power floated floor requiring low odour, minimal disruption, along with quick drying and recoat times. So for this we went with the water-based adhesion primer followed by a single pack cross-linking water-based floor finish. This allowed an application of 3 coats in a single day. This aircraft hangar, which required a coating that was hard-wearing, tough and resistant to fuel and oil, and the product selected here was for a twin pack water-based epoxy. This new workshop floor, which required a coating that was suitable for occasional forklift traffic, resistant to oil and grease, and the contractor was travelling, so was looking for a product that he could apply 3 coats in a day. Product selection here was for the cross-linking, single pack, water-based floor coating. Choosing the correct product is important. All floor paints are not the same. Generic products include alkyds, polyurethanes, epoxies, twin packs, water-based, solvent-free, moisture cure and chlorinated rubbers. These can be described as industrial, garage, hard-wearing, tough, flexible, etc. So how do you decide which is the best product for the job? Choosing the correct product for each situation. We look at domestic, where we may require a low odour, quick drying, easy to apply coating. We'll go with a single pack, cross-linking, water-based. If we're looking at light industrial, so that needs to be hard wearing, resistant to oil and grease, and light to medium traffic, we may go with a single pack polyurethane or a water-based cross-linking. For heavier traffic, which may be a workshop floor where there's going to be a lot of oil and grease, we will go with a moisture cure, chlorinated rubber and twin pack epoxy. Quick drying and recoat, then we may go with a water-based cross-linking, a moisture cure or a chlorinated rubber. If we were looking at low odour, we would look at water-based cross-linking or twin pack water-based epoxies. Resistant to chemicals, depends on the chemicals, so always check with the manufacturer. Regular deep cleaning, then we may go with a chlorinated rubber or a twin pack epoxy. If we're looking at food prep areas, then we would be looking at using a water-based product. Looking at substrates, we may have concrete, steel, timber or something completely different. Could be new, aged, or there could be previous coatings down. Could be internal or external, and what is the condition? If we look here, we can see 3 very different concrete floors. New concrete should be left a minimum of 30 days prior to painting to allow full cure and drying out. This should be checked and can be done so by laying a rubber mat on the floor and leaving overnight. When removed, if the floor is discoloured or condensation is visible, moisture is still present and the floor should be left unpainted until fully cured. New concrete should be checked for latents, which is a milky deposit on the surface of any new cement or concrete. It's usually caused by too much water in the mix. If painted, it could act like a crust and detach from the base, causing premature failure of any coating. This can be removed by blasting or acid etching. Power floated, shiny or unpainted non-porous concrete floors should be thoroughly blast cleaned, ground, acid etched or primed using an adhesion promoting floor primer before applying floor paint. Correct application of screeds is important, and checking with the manufacturer that the screed is suitable to be overcoated. Previous coatings. If possible, identify and check compatibility with any new coatings. Poorly applied or failed existing product will affect the finish and longevity of anything new. Steel substrate should be correctly prepared and primed depending on whether it's ferrous or non-ferrous. Remove corrosion to bright steel, any stubborn spots or marks to be treated with rust converter prior to the primer. For previously painted, all coatings to be sound and well adhered. Timber substrates. New, old, hardwood, softwood or previous coatings. Softwoods. Knots should be wiped and sealed using a knotting compound or aluminium primer. Resinous hardwoods should be wiped with a methylated spirits prior to priming with aluminium wood primer. Moisture content of the timber should be below 15%. Damp wood should never be painted, as this will give rise to blistering and flaking and cracking. Damaged, rotted, darkened timber should be repaired, sanded and made good prior to application. Previous and existing coatings. If possible, identify and check compatibility with any new coatings. Existing coatings should be well adhered. Any loose, flaking, damaged material should be removed back to a firm edge. Substrate should be clean, free of grease and dust, and completely dry before application of any product. Preparation. Clean, degrease, abrade, vacuum and dry. For cleaning, high pressure, wash or sweep to remove all loose debris. For degreasing, degrease using an industrial degreaser and rinse. Lightly abrade the surface, blast or acid etch. Vacuum to remove all dust and make sure that the substrate is completely dry prior to application. For power floated floors, once the surface is cleaned, they can be prepared by vacuum blast, grinding or diamond grinding, acid etching or the use of adhesion primers. Product selection and preparation now complete, we can move on to application. Application will be dependent on the product selected and also manufacturer's instructions. As with any application, it is important to understand the product. Recoat times, drying times, curing times. This information can be found on data sheets or direct from manufacturers. Remember, most manufacturers will offer on-site and specification help.